thank you for joining Carrie Rios and myself, Amber Tripp, on our very first series of podcasts from Clark College Community and Continuing Education. So we really wanted to celebrate and love on our instructors and kind of pick their brains as to what interested them about the class and what it is and all the nitty-gritty details. So let me have Kelly introduce herself, if you wouldn't mind, with your name and the class you teach here at Clark College CCE.
Hello, I'm Kelly Garcia, and I teach Adulting 101, and my class is Building a Strong Foundation.
Awesome. So you teach people how to become better adults.
Yes.
Is that how it goes?
And hopefully I'm a good adult as well, but I do teach others how to be, how to thrive in adulthood. So
awesome. So what inspired you to actually teach this class in particular?
Yeah, so I do financial coaching kind of as a hobby. It's not a hobby most people have, but I've sat across from lots of people that are in their 50s and 60s and wanting to, move on with the next chapter of their life and retire. And they have only saved up like 1 year's worth of salary, and just kind of having that discussion with them that I know you want to retire, but you didn't save the money. You didn't, the choices that you've made over the last 40 years have gotten you to this point. And I'm sorry, but unless you drastically change your livelihood, you're not going to be able to retire anytime soon. And having that kind of conversation with somebody, it's very sad to have that conversation and just to see their disappointment and their sadness. So I started thinking back, what are the choices that people have made that have gotten them to that position? And, if they had made different choices, what position would they be in? So I started going back and going, oh man, and so many people are like, oh, they should teach this stuff in high school. They should teach this stuff in college. And so I started making a list of, I'm like, somebody should teach this. And then it turned into, well, if somebody was going to teach this, they should teach these topics. And so I made a list of topics, and then it was kind of like, oh, I'm somebody, I guess I could teach it. Sure. I'll teach it. Yeah. And so that's when I contacted you guys and asked if that would be something I would be able to teach there. And you guys were like, yes, please sign up.
Awesome. So you came up with the title Adulting 101. Was that you?
Yeah. So I use Adulting 101. It's a trendy word. It kind of, people just know right away what it's about. And that I'm targeting younger adults and just kind of showing them the ropes of,
sure.
Here's mistakes that some people make, and, here's why, here are the consequences that could happen 5 or 10 years down the road. So this is why I'm advising you not to do X, Y, or Z.
Yeah.
But then also building that foundation of, so many small choices have big outcomes when you fast forward 30, 40 years. And so just making sure that they are learning about making good choices, so that it's not a shadow that follows them for the next 20 years, 30 years.
Sure. Makes sense. So if you are in your 40s and you want to take this, would this be a good class, even if you're a little older, for the next 40 years? I mean, that's 80.
Yeah. I mean, a big piece of what I teach is money management. Mm-hmm. And so, 78% of the US, people are living paycheck to paycheck. And so we haven't done a very good job. Everybody's trying to keep up with the Joneses, and the Joneses are broke. And so
not someone you want to keep up with anymore.
Yeah. But, people, with social media, or you just see people driving nice cars, but you have no idea that they're having fights with their spouse at home over money and that they can't even afford to go out to dinner. So just kind of showing that underlying piece of it, that, it's not all roses when people are out buying these nice things. And so just kind of helping them to make good decisions. Like, if you are going to go get a newer car, here's what you should look for. And sure. so that they don't just go into it blindly.
Yeah, And then they have to carry that car around for the next 10 years.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's just heavy. Could be a real burden. So I'm going to follow the Smiths from now on. I think they're a little bit more on the up and up.
Yes.
Yeah. They have a bigger house anyway than the Joneses, so. No, just kidding. Tell me, give me like one little tidbit of something in your class that you would share that would maybe give an insight onto like one little tiny thing that somebody could change in their life, if you can.
Well, one thing is that if you are 20 years old and you start investing for your retirement, you only have to put away about $120 a month to become a millionaire.
What? No.
Yes.
I want to be 20 again.
So yeah, I mean,
clock.
yeah, and that's just that, using time to your advantage is that the younger you start investing for retirement, the less you need to have to actually put away to become a millionaire. And so that's one thing that I've definitely hit home is starting to think about retirement now, even though it doesn't seem like you need to.
Yeah. So now I heard that being a millionaire is like just barely getting by these days when you come to retirement because of inflation and all that goes into it. Is that correctish?
Yeah. And so if you fast forward that many more years, like you might need 2 or 3 million to live a comfortable lifestyle. And so that I can totally see. If people continue on how they are living today and want to continue that lifestyle into retirement, I definitely can see how you would need more than $1 million.
Yeah, easily. Gosh, inflation's a joke. Wait, can I say that? Yeah, I so can. So you should probably do a post-COVID 101 also, because I think a lot of people are challenged through this time. That's what I think anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so why would somebody like me, or maybe 10 years younger than me, because I'm getting up there in age. So what would get them like just over the cusp of indecision to actually register for the class? What's like something that would that golden nugget?
Yeah. I try to teach people to thrive in adulthood, not just surviving. So, if you want to have that lifestyle where you are doing well, that you have, you're not having anxiety over finances, you are happy in your career. Those are the types of things that I kind of teach, like little nuggets or ways to present yourself at your job so that you are getting those raises. Do you want to have an abundant life? Money isn't everything, but everything takes money. So if you want to get a nicer car, you need money. If you want to live in a better neighborhood, you need money for that. If you want to get your teeth fixed and get braces, you need money for that. If you want to take your family on a nice vacation and have that, that fun of going out and doing something nice, that all takes money.
Sure.
And so, money isn't everything, but everything takes money.
Yep.
So
it's a great tool to have.
Yeah, it intertwines throughout all aspects of your life. And so that's why I primarily teach money management. But, a lot of the choices that you make when you're younger, like how many roommates to have, are you covering all of the rent by yourself? Maybe you should get a roommate. Those kinds of things that, again, like those small choices can have big outcomes when you fast forward 30 or 40 years. And those small choices, whether good or bad. So when you fast forward 40 years, either you have a giant outcome that's really good or a giant outcome that's not very good.
Sure.
So each decision by itself, graded by itself doesn't look that bad. But when you add that decision that's a little bit bad to this other decision that's a little bit bad to this other decision, that, exponentially grows over time.
Yep. They all kind of pile up, don't they?
Yes.
You can have a mountain of gold or a mountain of, the other stuff. Poop.
Yep.
Only because we talked about poop yesterday, which is a complete side tangent. I'm not a very good adult. I should probably take this class.
Well, it's funny. It's funny when I tell people that I teach Adulting 101, I usually get 3 responses. One is, I can't believe you have to teach that. That's horrible. 2 is, oh, that's so great. Everybody needs that. And then the third one is, do you teach older adults? Because I might need to take your class.
Exactly. Yeah, it's called the reborn adult. The adult reborn. That'd be me. I try to rebirth myself every so often. It's not
Maybe
taking very long.
Adulting reboot.
Yes, I need a reboot on adulting. Yeah, adulting reboot 102.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So that's the next class. But if you want to take this class with Kelly Garcia, which sounds like an amazing class, and I would take it as a reboot, you can sign up for it, Adulting 101, online at cce.clark.edu. Make sure you click on classes, and you'll find it right there. Or you can call 360-992-2939, and someone will help you get registered. You'll find the most up-to-date information on the classes, the who's, the what's, the why's, the where's, the cost, the when's, on our website. So if you need some more information about it, it's all in there. But if you really want a lot more information on Adulting 101, just take the class, because I'm sure Kelly would be happy to have you there.
Yep.
So I just want to say thank you so much, Kelly, for being here today with us and kind of expanding on what Adulting 101 is, and having such a passion for it, and to helping the people in your class to become a better adults and to project a better outcome for their life further on, 40 years. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you for having me on.
Absolutely. Take care.